Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be giving a film review for the DC Universe original film, well, movie known as Justice League versus the Teen Titans. Now, this actually kind of connects to like the Son of Batman storyline to a certain extent, because it kind of follows like those films. Like you had Son of Batman, and then you had Batman versus Robin, and then you had Batman Bad Blood. Now, all three of those feature like the Damian Wayne version of Robin, and he's featured again in this one with the Teen Titans. So this is still kind of connected to those kind of films, So you can actually consider this like the fourth film if you're going by like the Batman family itself. You can actually consider this the fourth film part of that, but this is still like another like Justice League film too as well, as far as like the DC Universe original films go. Now, as far as like the Batman crew go, you have Stuart Allen returning as Damian Wayne Robin. You have Jason O'Mara returning as Bruce Wayne Batman, and you also have like Sean Maher as Dick Grayson Nightwing. So they return to their roles. Then you have like I guess because I'm not too familiar with like the Superman or Wonder Woman type films or Justice League, but then they have like their returning like voices too as well. Well, anyway, like this film deals with the idea that at the beginning of it, it starts with like the Justice League. I think they had just created like a new like base for their like operations, but then it becomes under attack by like a group of supervillains which calls themselves the Legion of Doom, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because they are led by they have Lex Luthor, Solomon Grundy, Cheetah, and a Weather Wizard that is like, and a Toy Master that is part of like this crew. They are like the villains. So you have like Superman, like Batman, Wonder Woman, and like Damian Wayne, Robin, and Cyborg too as well. They're the ones who have to like take on like this group at the beginning of the film. Well, like something happens, and like Bruce Wayne, like Batman, he orders like Robin to do something. But like Robin disagrees and does something else, but he still kind of like saves the day in the end, after this attack. But like Batman is like upset with him, and then he decides to send him away to be with like a younger group of like heroes. So basically like Nightwing, Dick Grayson, he takes Damian Wayne to like the Teen Titans, like base or whatever, and that's where Damian Wayne joins like like this younger crowd of heroes, and he becomes to be a part of them and stuff like that. But like once he gets there, he's kind of like annoyed with like the Teen Titans. He doesn't like want to be with the Teen Titans and stuff like that. So, but eventually they grow on him, because they have like scenes where they're like at a carnival and stuff like that, which I thought was kind of cool and kind of like hip and stuff, where he eventually kind of grows to like them and stuff like that. But that's basically what the film is about. Plus, like the Teen Titan members, like you have like I think I'm not too familiar with them, but I know their leader is Starfire, and I think she had like a relationship with like the original Robin, Dick Grayson, if I'm not mistaken. But you have Raven, Beast Boy, and Blue Beetle too as well. But it's still like the bulk of the film is dealing with like the Raven character herself, because it turns out that the villain of the film is actually like her father, and he's known as Trigon. So Raven's father is the one that actually becomes like the villain of the film. So eventually, like, David Wayne has to put aside all his like disagreements and everything to actually join with the Teen Titans, and take on this powerful villain known as Trigon, who is the father of Raven. And of course, Raven is one of like the Teen Titans. Well, also at one point in the film, that's where I guess like they don't really like fight the Justice League don't really like fight the Teen Titans, and things like that. But they do at one point have to fight them because they become under control of Trigon's like evil forces. Like somehow he is able like to control them, like these evil like spirit like looking things. They control like them. So it turns like Superman, like Wonder Woman, all them. It turns all them into like the villains basically. Cause they even like grow like four eyes, two eyes over the eyes they had. They'd be like red. They look evil and stuff. Like they're like like I'm saying, like they're possessed. Like they're basically possessed. So that's who the Teen Titans actually have to end up fighting at one point. Not to spoil it, but that's who they actually have to end up fighting at one point when they do actually fight each other. But in the end, they do have to join up together and take on like Trigon and stuff. And he's like cool looking too. Because at one point he gets so huge, like he's like big as like a building, like a Superman and Wonder Woman. They're like almost like little ants compared to him, because they're like flying all around and trying to beat him up and stuff, but nothing's like hurting him and stuff. So I thought that was cool when they did that. But in the end, they do, not to overspoil it, they do kind of overcome him and stuff like that. But I thought this film was, it's another decent, like another, I guess you could say a good film, It kind of has its flaws, and I kind of think it's kind of on par with how how good like Batman versus Robin was. You know, I didn't think that was too great. It wasn't good as Son of Batman or like Batman Bad Blood. It wasn't good as those two films. So I kind of think Justice League versus Teen Titans is kind of on that level. You know, it doesn't really like take off, but it's still like entertaining and enjoyable to look at throughout the film because it has like superb animation. You know, that like animation as usual is just beautiful. For these like DC like universe films, I mean like the animation, like the artists and whoever like whoever did it, to me that stuff is just so like awesome. It's just really cool, like just to look at it. Even if you're not enjoying it at this point, it's just so fun and like awesome just to look at. Like the visuals, like the cinematography, it's just like gorgeous, like beautiful. Plus it had like the awesome like fight, like action sequences, you know, especially like the Superman scenes, you know, because when he's like throwing people around and busting through walls and stuff like that, you know, it's just so cool to look at. So like the action scenes were like fun too as well, you know. And plus, it's also a very violent film too. It's not as violent as some of the other ones, you know, because like the creatures, there's a lot of beheadings and stuff in it. But it's actually doing like the Trigon type in it, so like these like serpent looking like creatures and stuff. So that's kind of acceptable, you know. You don't actually see like people or whatever getting their heads chopped off and stuff like that, you know. It's actually like creatures and stuff like that, you know. But I thought this was a decent film. I'm kind of aiming towards a C, but in the end, I think I'll be giving Justice League versus Teen Titans. I'm gonna give this a B minus. I would recommend it for like especially if you're a fan of like the Damian Wayne like Robin type films where he was introducing Son of Batman, you know, then like Batman versus Robin and the Batman Bad Blood. If you're like kind of a fan of that particular like Damian Wayne, that Robin, I would recommend these. Plus, if you're just a fan of the DC Universe original films, period. And I guess even like Justice League too as well, you know. If you're like a fan of those too, you know, I would recommend it. But yeah, I'm giving this film like a B minus, and this is my review for Justice League versus Teen Titans. Alright.